Hello guys, it's Chris here from Orb Strategy Gaming, and today bringing you a video about Age of Empires HD and how to start playing just in the normal standard gameplay where you actually play against a computer. So as in Call of Duty, where you will have a campaign mode, there's a sort of Age of Empires campaign mode. You only play against a computer, and you can also set it up where you actually LAN against friends. So we're not going to play online today or against friends, we are just going to play against the computer. And basically I just want to show you how to set up a standard game and how to start out with your village. And then obviously later on we'll dug into the details of how to attack and so forth, and how the technical side of Age of Empires and how it works. So today I'm keeping it basic, it's just a basic introduction to Age of Empires. So as you can see, I've got a standard game. I'm going to be the Franks. I've just chosen them from all of the other type of civilizations that you can be. You know, the Spanish are good, the Byzantines are good, the Huns are good, and each of them have their own speciality. But I will be dealing with each civilization speciality in the next video. So stay tuned for that video. Remember to subscribe. I'll have that in a playlist for you guys, so you can just watch it all in a one long binge. But for today, let's just be we can just I think for what we want to do, let's just be the Franks. So you can just set here that you play against the computer. So yeah, by other players you can set against how many players you want to play it with. So it's going to either be 1 to 7, but just for you to show you the video, I'm going to keep it on 1. Now if you go back to the top here, you can choose what type of game you want to play: turbo, deathmatch, and so forth. Each have their own speciality and different gameplay. So for today I'm just going to keep it random. We'll dive into the details of each in another video, and then also the type of terrain you will be playing on. So I'm just going to keep it on random map, but a nice map to play is Black Forest. So you'll see Black Forest is up here. I've just missed it, there it is. But just for today's video I'm gonna just go random land map. Then you can say how big the map should be. So obviously if you're playing against a lot of players, keep it to giant, but I'm only playing against one player, so either tiny or small should do the work. But I think for today let's just go with small. Then how difficult the game should be, so this will decide how good the computer will be. Obviously hardest is quite hard to play, especially when you're playing against multiple units or multiple players against yourself. So I'm just going to keep it on easiest, just to make it easy for you guys to get a good introduction on how Age of Empires works. And then resources, this is decides how much wood, gold, stone or food there is. So usually I just keep it to standard, but if you want to have a lot of resources you can go with high. Then new to the Age of Empires HD, usually 200 was the standard set of how many units you can actually build in the game. So if you have a better computer and you want to have a bigger game, you can go for 400 or 500. But keep in mind, you need a good computer with a good connection for this to not lag too much. So for today I'm just keeping it to 200. And then reveal maps. So you've basically got 3 options here: normal, explored, or all visible. Normal is where everything is actually quite literally black, and you have to explore with a unit itself to see the rest of the map. Explored opens up the map, but it's still grey, so you have to actually be physically in the area to see what's happening there. So you can't see the enemy moving around or what he's building and so forth. So explored is just that. And then all visible is obviously everything is visible. You can see moment for moment exactly what your opposite is doing. For that reason I actually suggest keeping it to more normal. And then you have your start age, the age you're starting. So you'll see when I teach you how to age up in Age of Empires, there's actually different ages and you can upgrade to them after you've done a certain amount of things in the game and build certain buildings. So if you want to have a complete game, you can just go to Imperial Age. That will have everything done, and Castle Age is the last age that you can go to. But yet again, keep the tradition and just go with standard gameplay. But like I said, you can play around with these settings to make it interesting for yourself. And then there's also victory with time limit, score, and so forth. So basically, score is the player with the highest score gets to win. So the player with the most units, best army, most resources done, most exploring usually wins there. And then you can also choose some of the other ones. As you can see, conquest is where you just have to destroy all the enemies military units. So that's also a nice way to play, but again, we're just going with standard. And then just to the final small details, team together, lock teams, and record a game. So you can actually record the game for yourself, so you can watch it afterwards to maybe learn out of your mistakes, or just watch the video again. And then lock teams is very important, because let me show you quickly. You can actually be 5 teams, and you can select, say, Choo Choo and 1 and 1. So basically these 3 are in a team and these 3 are on a teams. So when you say lock team, it means that those people can't change teams, because what can happen if it's lock team is not clicked is basically they can make alliance, and then everyone's against you and they win. So you don't want that. Make sure you put it on lock teams, very important. Then here you can obviously, as I've shown you before, you can actually choose what civilization you want to be. And once you've decided, or you're not sure, you can say Chinese, for example, and you click on this box right here at the bottom, and it will actually show you, Chinese, what the advantages are of being Chinese. So you start with 30 villages, minus 50 mood, and minus 200 food. So that's a disadvantage. But the cost of technology goes down, castles cost less, town centers can support 10 population, and the ships have actually more hit points. So obviously the Chinese are a good option if you're on water, when you have a war on islands, or if there's a lot of water on the map. But then you can also go to other, like the Huns. The Huns, you don't need to build houses. Obviously start a bit with less, I think it's less wood, yes. With the Huns you only start with a bit less wood, but as you can see, each one has their own advantage and disadvantage. You can actually also be, by scrolling to the right and the left, which units you can make and which units you can't make with each civilization. That has quite a big influence on the game, so be sure to have a look at that before choosing one. And then you can also just choose random, then the computer will decide for you what civilization you will be. And then obviously over here, where the number 1 is, you can also choose what color you want to be. So yellow, blue, light blue, purple, gray, orange, just blue, or red. There you can also choose. So this is just a basic example of how to start the game, how to do the setup for the game. And in the next video I will be doing a quick video on how to start playing once you're in the game itself. So stay tuned for that video, and remember to subscribe.